Ireland.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
My speech is on the conflict in Northern Ireland. Imagine that the Revolutionary War never ended, and that we still had British living in our country, that we lived every night and day in fear, innocent civilians, of being attacked. This, until very recently, had been the case in Northern Ireland and the surrounding area. So what is the Northern Ireland conflict, and how did it start? It all started in 1170 AD, when Englishmen first invaded and conquered Ireland. Protestant Englishmen first invaded and conquered Ireland. And from 1170 to 1703 AD, the Englishmen put down many revolts by the Irish Catholics to control their own country. This included the Ulster Revolt and when King James was defeated by William of Orange. And in 1703, the British finally put down all these rebellions and proceeded to put into effect a Catholic crackdown, where they put in new laws where no large weapons could be carried by Catholics. Their children were not allowed to be educated. They were not allowed to be lawyers and couldn't buy land and could not be in the army. From 1703 to 1922, there was more oppression, which led to, in 1905, the establishment of the opposition party, Sinn Féin, and in 1916, the foundation of the IRA, the Irish Republican Army, which is today a terrorist organization. And this all led up to, in 1948, the founding of the Republic of Ireland, with the exclusion of the 6 northern counties, which we now know as Northern Ireland. And in 1948, the Republic of Ireland was formed not because of the Irish people's actions, but as a result of the British government's bankruptcy after World War II. And there were many revolts there were many uprisings and protests that by people in favor of bringing Northern Ireland into the rest of the Republic of Ireland. And this led up to Bloody Sunday on the 30th of January 1976. During a peaceful protest in Northern Ireland, British paratroopers opened fire on a crowd and killed 14 and injured 13 others, including a 12-year-old girl. And from 1976 to 1998 is the true, what we now know today as the Northern Ireland conflict, which has resulted in a total of almost 4,000 deaths, almost half of which have been civilian deaths. With the bloodiest year being in 1976, with 295 deaths, 207 of which were civilian deaths. This is an obvious human rights problem. And the violence continued until, with no success in peace talks, until 1998 during the Belfast Agreement. And this was an agreement between the Republic of Ireland and the government of Britain that said that Northern Ireland would be a part of the United Kingdom with its own functioning government, unless the people voted otherwise in an annual referendum. And this brought down the casualties very much. The IRA began to disarm, and the last civilian casualties were recorded in 2006 as part of the conflict. And how is this issue still relevant today? It is still relevant because the IRA is not disarmed, and at the heart of this conflict, it is really Protestant Scots and British from the United Kingdom versus the Catholic Irishmen. And so these tensions could boil over at any time, really. And with this much military force involved, it could, any spark up in tensions could cause another war, basically. So that is my speech.
All right.